Okay. Hello. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining, coming in. Hope you are doing well, swell, thriving, no longer surviving, all the good things. To start with the introduction, I am Latice, the author readings on here, of course, as well as personal readings that you can book with me down below or the link in my bio. Also do donation-led readings every Sunday on YouTube. There is no actual set time, so it's best to just subscribe and hit notifications to know when I go live. And then just to ask questions, talk with me, watch video reactions, all those good things. You can check me out on Twitch, and all the information is down below. With that being said and done for the introduction, like, comment, share, and subscribe so we can thrive. And let's get into this. So, I didn't really have like a set. I literally just, as the title says, intuitive pick a card. So just intuitively, instinctively pick a pile. Essentially, pick a card, pick a pile. They all look like this as the base run. Right? So go ahead, just pick one, pile one, pile two, pile three, instinctively, intuitively, and go from there. Okay? Pile one, two, three. But with that being said and done, let's get into pile one here. 1, 2, 4. Alrighty. Pile one, I did not see these cards. You did get two cards, so we're just going to go ahead and pull them over together and see what channel messages and information that we get for you, okay? This is the first card. It looks like it's the Stormy card, as you can see. And the second card that you have is Trust. So it's kind of self-explanatory, but definitely you're going through something that feels like you're going through a storm. You know, you have a stable boat, strong sails, a good crew, all those things, but you're still going through something, and it's causing you possibly confliction with trust, trusting yourself, trusting universe or God, trusting that things will work out, trusting in the fact that you made the right decision in this moment in time, that you made the right choices, the right option. I'm hearing that you chose the right partner and things of that sort. So trusting while you are currently going through something that is a storm, rocky waters, so you could be dealing with a lot of high emotions, possibly anxiety, stress. I'm hearing boredom as well, and confusion and confliction. So just taking all that in, and it's a lot hard to have that trust when it feels like what you're seeing, what you're feeling, what you're going through, is leading to a way of being like, okay, I'm not quite sure what's happening or why it's happening. Did I make the right choice? Things of that sort as well. So let's go ahead and get some further information on here for you. Actually, yeah, I'm feeling we'll do a charm throw for you. I'm feeling a charm throw for you. Go ahead and get a quick charm throw from the girls. See what is going on happening with trust and energy. Mm. Mm. It's a cycle that you're possibly going through, something being repeated over and again, because you have the cycle, what I call the broken cycle charm, essentially, and it's right next to the arrow. And with the arrow being without its actual form being connected to that, it's letting me know that you again are possibly questioning decisions that you have made, or why you're possibly in the same situation or going through the same things, and like, I'm not in the same environment but I'm thinking the same way. It's something with the decision or choice that you made or have to make, that currently either has you reflecting on the cycle or about to get out of the cycle. But with the broken cycle, it's coming in and letting me know that there is a decision period that was made or has to be made, and you have to trust in that, or trust that you can make that decision, right? We got the kitty coffee in here pointing towards the emotional energy, and it's right under storming. So this is being curious, I'm hearing, about the storm, right? Like I said, it could be very, very high emotions, high anxiety. Are you curious enough to calm yourself, to allow yourself to breathe, to relax, to truly see a way out, right? Because imagine like people being hectic on a ship while you are currently going through a storm. Like the captain is like, I don't know, I don't know, and they don't know what to tell the crewmates, and the crewmates is running around. Like it's adds in even more chaotic energy. So with this kitty coffee, it's finding that strength, that independence to be kind of solid in a not even a foundation, thank you, Spirit, in a current situation that's rocky, that's shaking you up here. Because with it leading to the opal ring, and the opal ring literally, I'll just show you, it's literally has the ancestral lineage attached to it. Is letting me know that this can be an ancestral cycle or a family cycle that you're going through that is very much attached to your emotions. This isn't for everybody, but for some, and it's attached that way. But it's almost like they're pulling you away because the chain, essentially the lineage, the bloodline with the opal ring is going towards the ancestor ring, which is on top of the childlike wonder of your inner child. But your inner child is face down. So this is letting me know, and they're right like under the trust itself. So this is letting me know essentially that you have to trust that your ancestors are leading you to a place, and that you're also following that lead while guiding yourself, trusting your intuition, what you truly know, your powers, your sense of understanding, your goals, your desires, taking that in, and it's leading to a place to truly protect, hold, heal, and work with your inner child. And they're right there with you. And I was like, what is that noise? It's the candle. And it started going crazy. Like literally the flame. And it's a coffee candle. Like I added coffee to the candle to add a little extra. So right now it's going quite bonkers in itself. So there's that. And it's like as a nice little aroma to it. But that can also be a sign making coffee. Coffee is about, again, liveliness, awakeness, rootedness, yet still being focused and determined to accomplish a goal. So I feel like with you actually learning to trust yourself while you're going through the storm, that you did make the right decision or that you will. It also helps your inner child to trust things that aren't seen, um, things that can't be tangible at this moment in time, but also to protect self. You have something that's going to help you rearrange. I say your trust, because we have the butterfly all the way over here next to the book. It's the butterfly with the back on it. Damn, that shit's going crazy. I'm just keep looking back just to check. I need to add more coffee just to make sure it don't get too crazy. Um, let me just pause it. Hold on, y'all. Sorry about that. It was getting a little out of control, and I don't need the glass bursting or anything like that. So, with that being said, sorry, there is something that's going to reassure you very quickly coming in, because you have to hop with a nail that fell right on top of the trust card. And with the inner child and the ancestor being under it, it's letting me know it's going to be something that's not only going to be healing and reassuring to your inner child, but it's going to allow that deeper connection with your ancestors, with your guides. And it's going to happen very quickly, possibly unexpected, but it is coming in to let you know that you're either navigating in the right direction, even through all this, with the cycle kind of over your head, this energy, but it's going to be something that's going to be a stable transformation. Now, there could be travel on the horizon because the pistol came over here and the boat is pointed towards the pistol. So it's going to be know that you're traveling soon. It could be for work, business, pleasure, curiosity, whatever, but there is a trip coming in here, and it's going to be a divinely guided trip and experience out of the country. It doesn't have to be Mexico or a place that use pesos. It's just the international coin is what I call it. So something outside of your country where you'll be going to. But you will be getting through this storm, and it could be that break that you have, but it is something that is a cycle that has been within your family, and the way that you're navigating it, it's allowing you to truly break that cycle, you know, break that link, break that chain, and allow for, again, a stable transformation. But that has been your reading, pile number 1. I love you so much, and until next time. love you. Love yourself more. Until next time. Alrighty. Pile two. This is for you. You're actually the only pile that got one card. So we're very excited to see what this is for you in your intuitive pick. So let's go ahead and pick it up and see what Spirit says. We have meditate. Meditate, meditate, meditate. Yeah, so just taking a moment to pause and reflect. And I always stress this point with no stress. Meditation has to be right for you. For me to meditate, I can't just sit still. I'm a person, my body moves and operates. It's always moving when I'm like stressing or going through anxiety. I like to clean, I like to move, I like to rearrange. When I'm happy, let me create, let me draw, let me say, I have to move to stimulate my body and my mind to kind of be on one accord. So for me to meditate, I like to dance, or I'll draw and listen to music at the same time. Or, it's a sense of it works for me because I'm able to go into self, reflect. I'll be dancing one moment, I'm just crying and laughing, and then I'm thinking about something and having breakthroughs. So meditation is about tapping in with self. It's about a quiet conversation with self. And whatever way you're able to do that is how it's supposed to be done, right? So for some people, it is sitting there, listening to the sound bath and zoning out. For others, it's like me dancing. For others, it's singing. For others, it's when they get in the zone of creating something, whatever it is. It could be walking meditation, food meditation, as we know from the metaphysical, that it can be all those things. So taking that in to truly meditate is what they're asking for. So make sure that you're doing it in a way that makes you feel comfortable and secure. Some people have to meditate every day, and it's not like anything like that's restricted upon them, but it's something that makes them feel centered at whole. Some people just like, okay, I meditate every other day or once a month, and that gets me set up right. So again, it's finding out something that works for you to allow yourself to have this internal conversation and also to be able to hear spirit better. Okay, let's get into pile two for your charm throw, spirit. Pile two. Pile two, charm throw. Okay. For some, not for all, but you will be going through like a dark night, a shadow period about being seen, about your feelings, your emotions, the way that you act and react with being perceived or heard or getting recognized or compliments or just something where you're more in the spotlight, you know? I'm seeing somebody that like is like in an, what do they call it, an orchestra, and you're like, I'm okay with being like fourth chair or eighth chair, but they know, and you know that if you have the capability to truly tap into self, you could be that second chair, that first chair. I think I'm saying that right. I am. But it's things of that sort where you have to be okay with being on the forefront. Like you have ideas at work or for your family for things to function better and to be better, but that will put you in being heard, people relying on you, and things of that sort. So it's working on how you feel about people um, leaning on you or going to you for support or as a sense of a leader or in a commandship, but also with being seen, period. You know, when I first started getting clothes that I actually wanted to wear and that wasn't just hand me downs or, things that I could really wanted to wear, had to wear, and, truly get into my fashion, I had to get comfortable with accepting compliments because I never got them as a child. I never got them growing up. Some people are like, oh, you look good, or that looks I'm like, oh, this is nothing, and I have to get comfortable with not rejecting it and accepting it. So it's also that energy as well of being perceived in a way that shows you for who you truly are. And so you're gonna have to get comfortable with that. You have some ancestral offerings coming in here, so letting me know that they are wanting to speak with you. So either get up on your offerings, or work out what works for both of you in regards to offerings as well. I like to mention, like, I don't eat meat or cook meat or anything of that sort, but we always have medium. Like, I recently bought banana pudding for them. I don't eat banana pudding. Can't eat banana pudding unless I make it or things of that sort. But I got it for them, or they were like wanting beef jerky, got beef jerky, and then gave the rest out to nature. So it's just like things I know I'm not about to be cooking. I know I'm not to be, because I don't do that. But I know that there is a part where just like I know that this is for that, or I, can give it to somebody else. Like, hey, I got a whole tin of cookies one time, and I knew I couldn't eat the rest of it. And my ancestors, the rest of it, I couldn't eat the rest of it. Period. But like the tin, they just wanted some. Yep, that's it. And so I wanted to give the rest to my sister. I'm like, I can't eat this. They no longer want this or need this. Do you want it? So it's a sense of, again, that expansion of offerings and what that means. Sometimes it's just sending a conversation and telling them about your day, So getting back in touch with that ancestral meaning of offerings and what that is, because it's a veneration and energy. Sometimes it's just like, you know what, I love to write poetry and music and things of that sort. Let me see if I can get a channel message from an ancestor that maybe wanted to do the same thing that I am doing, but they couldn't. They didn't have the capabilities or even the knowledge or things of that sort. So changing the mind frame of what offering means for you as well. We have the opal ring in its own energy, but it is next to my oracle book. So if you've been wanting to get into divination tools, or just getting to further enhancing that in like palm readings and tea leaves and checking out people's birth charts, is kind of like that energy. It doesn't have to just be that, but that's a specific message for some where you are looking to tap back into that. I said tap back in, or tap into that. Um, know that you can lead with your emotions. It's okay to put your emotions into it, your energy into it, and to truly trust it. And truly trust that energy. Is crazy how sometimes emotions we want to suppress them or ignore them, but that's also where the sacral chakra is, which is creativity, development. Like, all our emotions are throughout the chakras, of course, but that's like, let me go ahead and let you know that I can express these emotions. So we comfortable doing that in ways that are also spiritual, in a way that you're expecting. Like, praise dancing is a thing, and things of that sort. So reflecting that there's different ways to meditate. Even the way that I'm talking is kind of a lot calmer, a lot slower. And again, it doesn't have to be that way, because I don't do that. When I need some energy, I turn on some Megan Thee Stallion and I shake my ass. And I'm like, yes. And I'm walking in my heels around the house and all that stuff. So it looks different for a lot of people. Again, speaking of divination, you have the divination tool itself, to get messages, to get understanding. And with it being kind of in its own clear energy, close to the edge, is letting me know that you are very close to a breakthrough, again, in having the conversations with ancestors, guides, bhaktis, deities, so forth and so however you put your energy into. But you are very close. So use those divination tools, whether that be writing. Some people, that scared the crap out of me. There's a big delivery truck, but it was so quiet and like didn't bark or nothing. So I'm like, what? So that can also be a sign that it's coming in very quiet, and it's a delivery truck. So we take everything as a sign. It's going to be no noise. It's going to come in very quietly once you tap into that. So if you've been looking for answers, opportunities, breakthroughs, some type of sense of relievement, that's going to be coming in too. So tap into that divination tool, communication, getting more out there to transcending your body to its higher self while you're presently there. Okay. And then the final turn that you have is the actual extraterrestrial energy, and it's right next to meditate, right next to the meditate card. So this is letting me know that they really want to, again, communicate with you or continuously do that. You are protected, you are loved, you are guided, you are supported, you're never alone. You are present, you are here, you are alive, you have breath and energy in your body, and they're here to help you to put that into a realm of comfortability, of peace and tranquility, And so they're right there with you in this aspect. Very spiritual pal, very, very, very spiritual pal. And so they want you to be comfortable. I'm hearing as comfortable as you are in the spiritual, bring that into the physical so that way they can meet each other. Okay. But that has been your reading, pile number 2. Love you guys. Love yourselves more. Until next time. Alrighty. Pile number 3. This is for you, my darlings. You actually got 2 cards. So we're going to go ahead and flip those over now together and see what intuitive message Spirit has for you here. Sorry, my mouth is secreting a lot of water. Saliva, I mean. But here is your first card, which is New Moon. Your second card, which is Healer. New Moon is about a new start, new beginnings, new energy, revelations, but it's also about creation, darkness, truths, illumination. It sounds crazy, but it's illumination for the new moon as well. Because you have to turn to a different light. So it's an inner illumination because it's dark. There is no illumination from the moon, which you have to know that it's there, trust that it's there. And that's where that faith, that energy, that illumination, that spark that you've been feeding for a long time is there. And so with this new moon energy coming in for you with the healers, letting me know that you are stepping into a time zone, is what I'm hearing. A time zone, a new realm, a new environment, and a new energy that allows you to not only truly be a healer, but truly start to heal yourself. You know, we like to say in the spiritual community, but healers need protectors. You know, it's kind of like, if you know Naruto, when Lady Tsunade, was in, like, I think it was what, the second Ninja War or the third Ninja War? I don't know. I think it was the second Ninja War, and she was like, we need medics on our team. At least one medic per team. And they're like, we can't do it. It's like, but our people are dying. If we take a little bit of extra time, we won't have as many deaths and things of that sort coming in at us, and having to deal with that and still trying to figure it out. And now the medical team here is swamped versus us training people and allowing that in. So it's like that energy, like we need a new thought, especially again with the being, I was talking about the Second War. It's like we need a new thought, we need a new pattern. And so, as you know, the medics typically aren't on the forefront fighting, right? It's typically those that are trained to fight, those that are trained to surveillance, but if they need it, then we'll go ahead and get you situated. Then we'll come in. Then we'll be on the back. But we're always going to kind of be trailing behind, but we're also close enough for you to protect us. Because if we don't protect you, when something happens to us, when we were out there doing what we needed to do, we won't be able to be sufficient enough to be healed or taken care of. So it works hand in hand. So you could have some very strong protection energy on the other side is what I'm sensing, but also here some support that allows you to truly step into the healer realm, the comfortable realm of being able to nurture other people to help them to take their form and take that charge and that clarity of that as well with this essence. So it could be new gifts, new beginnings, new ways of trusting and using your your intuition as well. So let's go ahead and get you a charm reading for Pile 3 Spirit. Pile 3. You got Pile 3. Okay. So you have the ruby that came over here on top of the blue, which is about clarity, throat chakra, communication, openness. There is a plane currently going by, so that can also be a sign for travel, higher perspective, higher understanding. And with the ruby coming, the ruby heart, I really like to call it the spinel, the ruby heart coming in here, which is about grounding yourself, clearing out blockages and negative energy, being more rooted and centered and comfort in self and love and preservation of that being on top of the blue. It's letting me know again, I'm hearing you're going to be in clearer waters and clearer energy. that allows you to speak and act and move from a place of your heart, where there is no blockages, resistance, harm, or backlash, you know, and that truly allows you to truly be that healer. I thinking about how um, people enjoy coming to me or just listening to me give advice and just speak. I remember I was talking to my brother's boyfriend, and he was just like, just helping him out. He was like, "Your conversations are like $100 a minute. Like it's a very healing, very opening. But if I wasn't comfortable doing that, period, from doing this and just over the years of just always speaking life into people, it would be a lot harder for me to do that with anyone, whether I know them or not. So it's pushing you in that, pushing you into that energy. There's going to be some grounded, rooted seeds coming in for money and opportunities because we have the penny over here, but it's tails up. And this is letting me know that this is something that you are currently planting at this moment in time. So it can be, again, I keep seeing travel and then the plane coming. I said time zone. So it could be you investing and moving somewhere that will be a better climate, whether politically or socially, or um, it can even be environmentalized. Like, my allergies are killing me here. I need to be able to breathe. But it's something that you are investing in for yourself. It could be getting new cars or a new camera because that one keeps glitching and making you lose all of your memory and, all those things. So it's investing in something that's going to be rooted and stable in the long run because of that copper energy, that heart energy, that earth energy, that sound energy, and it's coming in its own space and clearing, which again lets me know that there are blockages that are being removed. Because you have the heart over here, the ruby, which is about clearing blockages. You have the Palo Santo, which I haven't even touched on, which is on top of the Healer card, raising the energy, raising the vibrations. It is made out of wood, so again, it's centered and rooted. And then you have the ET energy over here, the extraterrestrial energy, which is face up. So guarded protection, known energy, seen in that presence, and it's all grounded. So be ready. If Spirit's telling you to do something, move somewhere, set something up, remove something, go ahead and set that up because that's going to work out for you in the long run, and you're protected in all forms and shapes, right? From the rooter to the tutor, as they would say. Now, you with this change, you have the rose quartz Stephen face down. It's going to make you step into this new realm of learning when you need to protect yourself and when to allow other people to protect you and support you and be there for you. It's that moment in Steven Universe Future where he was trying to be there for everybody. He's running around and making copies of himself, but it's causing more issues because he's trying to extend the love and show that he can do it and that he's still Steven, but it's like you're a new version of you now. You have to allow Amethyst to, know where to put her classmates. You have to allow Pearl to be adventurous and have romantic. Like, you don't need to be their companion there anymore. So it's a sense of where you also have to be the protector and the healer. It is time for you to just accept that protection so that way you can heal, right? A lot to do with travel. So you could be wanting to drop. Okay, I say you could be wanting a job that allows you to travel, or just to be able to travel a whole lot more and experience life a whole lot more. And allow that in. Again, it could, like I said, the environment that you're in that you need to shift out of, because we have you here right next to the peso, which is under the Stephen. And so with you being here in the present form, it's letting me know that you truly want to go out there, and with the one sticking up on the pesos, then we know that you are in alignment to truly take those moves and actions and invest in self in that type of way that allows you to truly have that in and have that sought out for you. Okay, so with that, it's coming in rapidly. You have to have a nail right next to the obsidian. Again, the truth, removing of negative energy, clearing of blockages. So a lot of things are being cleared out. You have every incense that I have. Every incense stick has come out. We have an incense crossing with an incense. They're not touching, but they're like perpendicular. And it's like we're clearing out the energy to clear out the energy. Like, it's, if you remember when COVID first happened, like the streets were clear to be cleared. Like they were, it's like that energy. They're clearing it all, out to for you to not only see yourself as worthy of that love, that protection and respect, but to receive it in a way that allows you to be expansive. Because you also have your inner child here with the ensign right next to it. Now the inner child is face down, but with the ensign next to it, it is something that you are healing since childhood. Like I said, you have had to be the protector and the healer. The mom and the dad, the older sister and the younger sister. Is that energy? You had to do it all. You had to um, wear yourself thin almost, it feels like. But with the inner child, there's like they're clearing out the energy for you to truly heal those parts of you. You know, buy that cake that you want on your birthday. Because you wasn't able to get it because it's gonna be for the rest of the kids. The rest of the kids don't like the type of cake. You're just like, but now I'm gonna buy that cake for my birthday because I like butter pecan swirl cake. Who cares if it's not a kid flavor? I don't know if that's a cake or not, but you get what I'm saying? So it's healing even those small points, the big points where it's like, no, I am going to have to sit back on this one where it's just me lunging to go ahead and attack it and do that, you know? So taking that in. So investing in self, clearing out a lot of energies is coming in. Now, you could be very spiritual. Everybody's spiritual. Obviously, we have soul energy and things of that sort, but you could be very spiritual with the energy that you have because we have the divination tool right next to the ancestor tool, and they're both landed by my deck. Literally, the offering tool rolled this way. Sometimes it stays still, sometimes it rolls, but it rolled this way. And it's letting me know that they are receiving your offerings, which is why they're clearing out so much energy. They are receiving your offerings and they love communicating with you, and they love that you communicate with them. And if you've been venerating your ancestors, even if you're just getting started, they thank you, they love you, and they cherish you, and they can't wait to spend more time with you. So they're getting your offerings and energy, and that's why they're ready to raise the vibrations and heal you. Like, let's get my girl out of there. Okay. That has been your reading pile number 3. I love you. Love yourselves more. Until next time.